It's the After the Show podcast.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Alrighty, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Sorry, Kevin. We were doing a Brian McKnight deep dive over here.
Oh, okay. Brian McKnight fans.
One last cry.
Damn.
Before I leave it all behind.
We guys are singing different songs.
We just went through we just started two different songs.
We did?
That was fucking awful.
It's like, wow.
Kevin, can we start the podcast over? Let's seriously redo this. We're talking over the fucking intro.
Starting strong, huh? Yeah, baby.
Nobody's listening. Everybody's just singing.
Go for that Marconi.
Yeah. I don't know if they give them out for podcasts. So.
Yeah, right. I'm dumb. I don't even fucking get it.
Yeah. Probably why we're not winning it. We're submitting in the wrong category.
We've been holding out.
Yeah.
We don't even know that it doesn't exist.
Yeah. What the hell is going on, man? It's all crazy. Well, they apparently are getting somewhere with the SAG-AFTRA negotiations. I guess they're coming back to the bargaining table on Monday. Hopefully we'll start getting the actors back. The writers are back, and they're going to start with the late-night talk shows. I wonder what the numbers on those things are these days.
Not good.
I know they were down to maybe just like a good night for them would be getting 3 million viewers.
At one point, I want to say one of them was hitting 900. Like they dipped under 1 million at one point.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, they've been struggling a bit, huh?
I think for those kind of ratings, now I can't tell you about the digital stuff, although unless it's like a Jimmy Fallon, him doing some bullshit karaoke thing, those do well. Those kind of stuff. But
Carpool karaoke.
If it's a segment, I'm not
yeah.
sure they do that great, honestly.
Really? Okay. Yeah, so they'll be getting back, but the big question is getting the actors back. And so if you have a favorite show that is between seasons and you can't wait for that new season, that's what's really annoying. I've gotten hit with that before where it takes forever for you to get a new season. And especially to think about a show like, Stranger Things, where you've got a cast that is aging more rapidly than your typical cast because they're kids, right? Turning into adolescents.
Right.
So what the heck is that going to look like by the time they get Stranger Things going for another season?
It's going to look very strange.
Well, yeah, and they'll probably have to write that in there being like 3 years later or whatever it might be. That's probably something they're going to have to factor into whatever the plot is going to be. So hopefully they can make swift work of it and get back. But I hear they're massively far apart.
I remember Stranger Things had a lot of hype around. Did it kind of die off? Did it get shitty, or is Stranger Things still on point?
I think it still was doing pretty well. It was still at least making songs trend and putting them into the top 10 of the Billboard charts. They had a Metallica song that went big. They had that Kate Bush song, Running Up That Hill, and that, I think, was from the last season.
It's probably an unfortunate name for a woman to have, Bush.
It's not that bad.
Okay, all right.
I've heard worse.
I guess you're right. What?
Stinky Clam would suck.
Sticky Clay would be bad.
Yeah, that'd be a very unfortunate name.
I don't know if...
Dad, why do you... When my last name's Clam, why did you give me the first name of Stinky?
So I think there's probably...
You're so mean.
There's a clam. I'm sure there's the clams, like the family.
Oh, there's absolutely a clam.
Clam fam?
Is there a Stinky Clam out there for a name?
It would be cruel.
Your
It
parents,
just would be cruel.
they don't like you if they name you Stinky Clam.
That'd be terrible. I mean, you can't do that. That should be some form of child abuse.
I agree.
Yeah, you can't be doing something like that.
Do you think it's dicky if you rhyme your kid's name?
If you rhyme it, it'll be something that'll get them teased. Yeah. And,
So
they may not be into that. I know you are. You're a little evolved. You're kind of wired a little different.
That's his way of calling you a goofy clown ass.
Dumb fucker. It's definitely his
Evolved
nice
sounds
way.
much better than
Evolved. Because really, you can't say you a goofy clown
I'd
ass.
rather have you insulted me, honestly.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think that would be pretty torturous. Yeah, honestly, for...
Because there was a guy, we grew up in Lake Park, his name was Brian O'Brien. Is that cruel or is that cool?
I think it's kind of cruel.
Brian O'Brien, I think, is kind of neat.
When you get to be an adult, yes. But when you're a little kid, I think you get made fun of for it. And little kids, I mean, you're trying to navigate the world and everybody's mocking you. I don't want to set my kid up like that.
You would hate to be Kevin O'Kevin? You would hate that?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be down with that.
As a kid, you wouldn't like it. Maybe when you grow into it and then you're older and you can laugh about, things, it's okay.
No, I guess even as an adult, I would hate that. Kevin O'Kevin would be freaking awful.
What about Kevin Cross?
Oh, I hated that too.
They tried to change that man's name.
Yeah, they're always telling me, like, no, you can't use your real name. You gotta have a radio name. I'm like,
Screw them.
why?
You took back your name, Kevin Ralston.
I did, yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I finally got to a place. Yeah, they really wouldn't allow me. And I remember I even moved. I'm like, great. When I got to Kansas City, I'm like, cool. I get to use my name. And nope. Welcome, Kevin Cross. Fuck.
And now your wife got crosses on her neck.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
still
it would've
being
worked
haunted
out
by
now, yeah.
Cross.
Kevin Ralston hits it so much harder than Kevin Cross.
I agree. I like it.
Kevin Ralston's a great name.
Ralston's a very strong, almost regal name.
I agree.
Uh-huh.
I don't fuck with Ralston. Fuck you, Cross. Who's this Cross?
Okay,
bitch?
yeah. Yeah.
I fuck with Ralston. Oh, we'd fuck up Cross.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ralston is like, oh shit, Ralston's coming. Look out.
Look out.
Cross
Yeah.
is coming. Kick his ass.
Yeah. Well, got a lot of affirmations for the most popular slang for breasts. A lot of our people who are from Central or South America gone through. The U.S. one didn't pan out. Boobs was tops. We did a poll on that. They had said it was rack, and that only got 2% of the vote. Boobs got like 58%. People were throwing out some other suggestions. Jimmy loves sweater meat.
Sweater meat is amazing.
That's one of his.
Pretty gross. Like sweater meat.
Burn.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Do you have a favorite word? I mean, obviously, my favorite word when it comes to it's tits, titty.
Titty
I
is
think
my
I like,
favorite.
yeah, I like titty, like because it works. Stacy sent in a message, and she said, "Don't forget the nicknames for small boobs who are part of the itty bitty titty committee. A couple of nicknames are speed bumps, ant bites, mosquito bites. So, titty's fun. Tatas, I think tatas or titties is kind of where I'm going.
When you were a kid, because clearly it hasn't happened when you were an adult, but did you ever get a really bad titty twister? I
Yeah.
got one really bad in 7th grade, and black and blue mark for about 3 weeks.
Ooh.
Titty twisters can drop a man or a woman.
You might be shocked, but that dude I used to talk about, Don Conley, loved giving really painful titty twisters to the point where he would almost rip. It felt like he was ripping your titty off.
Good Lord.
A titty twister is
He
a
was so
pain
aggressive.
we don't talk about enough, but
Yeah.
it's a different. Have you ever had a titty twister?
I don't think girls do this as hardcore as guys do this to each other. And I think my titties are way more sensitive than your titties.
I don't want to get into a titty off with you because I think they're both sensitive, but they're probably both pairs a little oversensitive. I'm just saying a titty twister is a pain. I would rate close to getting kicked in the nuts,
Yeah.
man.
My
No, it's
titties are
rough.
angry right now because I had those stick-on pasties for a couple of days, and I let them stay on too long, and then I took them off, and my titty's mad.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh.
If I wear a certain shirt, there is nothing worse than putting that. I put a certain shirt on, maybe a certain kind of fabric, and I got sensitive nipples, and man, somewhere during the course of the day, it's terrible. I have to go find a Band-Aid and put it on my nipple.
You
'cause
can
it's
piss off.
painful.
You can piss off your titties.
Back in the day, I was in high school, so it was extra annoying because you're trying to look cool in high school, and our dryer broke, and we just would not fucking get a new dryer. Just didn't want to do it.
So you did everything on the clothesline.
The clothesline, and I would put my shirt on to go to school, and these shirts would cut my titties. I'd be
Right.
in math class.
That's terrible.
The fucking math, fucking tits.
Yeah.
So annoyed, and they would not budge.
That set you up to fail.
That set it
That's
up.
why you're not good at math.
Senior year, Mom, I gotta go to school with sensitive tits.
Yeah. What is this?
STs?
It's hard to concentrate on equations with sensitive tits.
Yes. No doubt. What a struggle. So, some of the nicknames, if you missed the earlier show, Canada was honkers. Mexico was pork rinds. I did not get any validation on that. It sounded like chichis was more of what you use in Mexico. And then it sounded like a lot of people were saying, yeah, they're pretty much right on. Colombia was tits, basically titas. Ecuador was breasts or pechos. Chile was breasts or pechugas. Uruguay, they called them coconuts, coquitos. Argentina went with boobs, but there they used the word lolas. Bolivia was melons or melones. Paraguay, tits or titty. And Brazil, that was odd milk storage. And Peru was boobs or pinga.
Do you think America is the most obsessed with the tit? Do we just...
No.
I haven't been everywhere else.
This was around the world, and that was it. No, I think, it's just something we're biologically wired for. That no, everybody's got an obsession with
but you don't,
boobs.
You don't think America's got the most obsession? Because
no. I don't.
There's got to be one country that leads the league and the obsession of tit.
But everybody loved them titties.
I get that. I totally get that. But even in a room full of all-stars, there's one better all-star. There's the best all-star.
Mm-hmm.
There's one country on the planet that without a doubt likes tits just a hair more than the next one.
How do you even Google that?
Well, he had that one stat about beer and alcohol.
Well, sometimes what it is they'll do a survey on what is your favorite body part. And, you may have somebody who's like, I'm an ass man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's some countries I think are more ass than tit.
Right. I think that's kind of what you're looking for.
Is America more tit than ass? Are we about the titty more than the ass here in the States?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
flipped. It flipped. It used to be about the titty. I think now it's more about the ass.
I'm an ass man. Yeah, I think it's true. I think America has flipped, and we about the coin slot these days.
Okay, you think so? It's more ass man?
I do. I think Virginia's right. And everything's about the booty.
Yeah, and I think the reason you see that too is there's a lot of girls now. The big boob thing in the 90s was big, man. The breast implants, I don't see them as much. In fact, I see more, at least in my circle, like my wife, who has had their breast implants removed and just said, no, I'm going to go with the natural size. It just seems to look better for my body. And I think that's almost kind of the new standard.
I agree with you.
I like
think
small
normal
boobs.
and natural boobs look better, feel better. I don't know. I mean, these things are kind of heavy and make me feel fat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So turned on. Boing.
Closest thing I found here.
Sorry, my truth doesn't give you a boner.
They did on YouPorn, did this study and the popularity of boobs and butts.
Go slow, Kev.
It was one.
He's trying to get
or
that
the
boner
other.
back.
There it is. There she is.
Your boner?
She's small but mighty.
There she is.
Heart. Rudy.
I mean, you say she, so I mean that's.
When I said she, I meant the saxophone. But you're
okay.
right. I see why the dick confusion.
What do you think it is? Does America prefer boobs or butts more?
I think it's butts.
I think it's butts too.
You are correct. Yeah, they have 4 butts. It is America down through Central America, and pretty much all of South America is all about the butts. I mean, you think about the amazing asses that are coming out of some of those South American countries, Virginia.
Yeah.
Holy man. Wow.
It is no
Good
joke.
heavens.
Ain't seeing that shit in Canada.
Yeah.
Itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face.
You get sprung.
sprung.
Yeah.
There
no
she
doubt.
is.
Uh-huh. More into the butts. That is pretty much all of Africa. They love them. They're ass people.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And they do it right. I like the dancing and I like the shaking.
I think we as a show are ass people.
I am. That's my preference.
Raise your hand if you're ass. Raising it.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you're
I'm
a
an ass
titty.
man. Yeah.
Yeah,
person.
I think I'm ass. I think I look more at an ass than a titty. That's weird.
Honestly, I mean, a small tit does not at all turn me off. You can have really nothing going on. It's not a turn off for me.
You're just happy to be there.
Look, man, let's play ball.
Most of the Middle East, they are butts. If you want to talk about the boob people, Canada, they prefer the boobs over the butts.
I had a feeling. I knew Canada. I knew it.
Yeah, and
I
you know
did.
it, yeah. So does most of Europe. Pretty much all of Europe. They are into the boobs more. You look at China, same thing. India, Australia, New Zealand. All those areas are pretty much more into the boobs than the butts.
I think Canada don't even. I think they're probably just now getting into the whole universal ass play kind of a thing. I think that's still new to them. America, they're all about the booty from all different kind of angles.
Okay.
From the outside, from the inners.
Okay.
That's just USA.
I agree.
Okay. So, yeah, fascinating stuff that we learned today. You can get all the nicknames if you listen to the regular show.
If you walked any of those beauty magazines, there's always at least one or two. Anal talk, blah blah blah. 9 ways to do anal stuff. There's always. But I don't know if you're getting that in Canada.
There's a lot of girls on TikTok that say, "I'm saving my ass for my husband."
Yeah, it's a thing. TikTok didn't
It's
invent
a
that.
thing.
They did not invent that.
Whatever. Don't be so mad at TikTok.
I fucking hate it.
Every day she has to have some kind of TikTok endorsement, doesn't she?
She does,
Like,
and
it's
it's
so
not
clever.
good.
It's so awesome.
TikTok thinks you're an old man.
I am. And fuck you, TikTok. Thank you finally for getting something right.
Okay, we did a more extensive raise your hand poll on the regular show today. We asked who has gone number 2 in an airplane bathroom. Only one of us, 20% of the KVJ show has, and that was Virginia.
Monster.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to be there.
What happened? Why did you take a shit in a airplane bathroom?
It was coming back from Vegas.
Oh boy.
And you've
man.
been on that flight. Coming back from Vegas when you've partied and just exhausted yourself and just been horrible to yourself.
Started to turn my stomach a
Is
little
this
bit.
when you recently went?
No,
Oh,
this
okay.
was for a bachelorette party.
Hot.
Okay. Wow.
Can we wrap this up?
I am a courtesy flusher. I would never let
Wow.
it linger. But yeah,
It just was too much, and you had too much flight left, and you had to make it happen.
Is that what happened in Vegas? Stayed in Vegas.
nope, not them loaves.
Oh, gosh. You're fucking done. You're an animal. Loaf is such a terrible term.
Pumpernickel.
That is tough.
He is disgusted.
Repulsed.
That is tough.
How's your boner now?
Gosh,
It's in my innards.
that is tough. I have barfed in an airplane bathroom.
You've also farted a lot on an airplane.
Yeah.
You did.
Because, and I would say, terroristic farts is way worse than a girl that pooped and courtesy flushed.
When we came back from LA, you were a beaten man. You went hard. That's probably the hardest I've ever seen you. And that's when I kind of first got
hard,
on the show. And you ate a bunch of steak like 5 hours earlier, and it finally hit you on the plane. And you led the league in steak farts. And I was right next to you, and it was awful. And my chair was broke, so I had to stay in the baby fetus position the whole time. It was the plane ride from hell.
And your boss is farting on you.
And I had that little air thing, so it was blowing right on Bird.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hitting me. It was blowing right by Bird. So they probably thought it was Bird that was farting.
And you're right, I was still new to the show, so I kind of had to take it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If he's farting, you're just eating him.
Yep, he did.
It was god awful.
Yeah, 3,000 miles of airplane farts.
That was all, and it's not a quick flight, by the way.
No, it is the longest.
Let me see. We also asked who has had sex with a random person while on vacation. 40% of the show said yes. That was Jaybird and Denny's.
I mean, hit the saxophone.
Dang. Wow. On vacation.
Yeah, let's get this.
Well.
Who wants to go first? Who wants sloppy seconds?
Well, it was me and Denny's. We were in Orlando together.
On vacation.
We hit the White Castle, and then we hit the Brown Castle.
geez.
Oh my gosh, she got so much roadhead in Orlando.
So this would have been with a random person you met on vacation. And where was the trip to Denny's? What was the situation?
Well, so I was in Tempe, Arizona on a business trip with my father. He took me along with him.
How old were you?
I'd say I was probably 19,
Okay.
in that ballpark.
Okay, so
So-
horny.
Horny, young, you know.
Just
dumb.
yeah.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
You know the phrase. Well, so there's not really much to do because I went on the trip and he had a lot of meetings and stuff. So you're kind of just hanging around the hotel, you know?
Yeah.
So you're just trying to find anyone that's your age to even talk to. And one of the other guys on the business trip, his daughter had come along, same type of thing.
Perfect.
Same age range, all that fun stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
Get it, Big D.
But so we were trying to go into a club. Tempe's got a really big night scene down there. It's like, I guess it's a big party area. So we came up with the plan. I came up with that we pretended like we just came out of a club walking by, and then she pretended like she had lost her bracelet. And I said to the bouncer, I go, hey, we just walked out, and she lost her bracelet, and she's freaking out.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, you guys can go in and look for it. So we snuck in, and we ended up drinking there all night.
Oh,
That's
partying.
Yeah.
amazing.
So that's how we ended up getting to be able, drink and stuff. Then we went back and hit the mini bar at the hotel.
Okay, yeah, kept that party going.
Trick them
But,
bouncers.
yeah, that's how it all lined up. She was just very impressed by the tactics in order to get into a club underaged.
Yeah.
So
You wowed her with that.
that's what I do,
That's
man.
a panty dropper right there.
Yeah, it is, Kevin.
Yeah.
If this guy gets you in the club and you really wanted to go in the club and you weren't getting in on your own, that is a panty dropper.
Especially at 19, getting into a club's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you went full gorilla?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
When you're 19, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Everything goes.
everything goes. You're trying to
Yeah.
get everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Just get it all.
But yeah, we did that, and then there was one other time we went to the Cayman Islands.
Whoa.
Came in I.
You came in islands?
Yes. The Cayman Islands was cool because the drinking age is 18.
Yes.
So you can go there, and, for
And get
3 extra
blow-
years. Yeah.
Get
So
blowjobs.
we were just partying. You know how it is when you're out of town and you don't know anyone. You're just
yeah.
trying to find anyone to hang out with. So
Yeah.
I mean, just on the island, walking around, prowling.
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
Who'd you find on the island?
So we ended up meeting this giant. It was me and my friend. My family went, and my dad again was on business, and then so he said you could bring a friend along if you want. It was me, my brother, and a friend. It was the same trip that we went and got marijuana there, which I didn't realize at the time. It's very illegal in the Cayman Islands. In fact, they will
wow.
export you. They get you out of the island. You're off the island if you get caught with
Damn.
it. Yeah, it's real hard sentence. So we went to buy weed from this guy, right? And he just went to the authorities and told them we were buying weed. I mean, immediately.
He ratted you out?
Immediately. Just that was like, I think that's what he does. He collects money and then just rats people out, right?
Damn.
Well, so anyway, we ran from the cops and blah, blah, blah. They were looking for us. We went to a couple hotels down. You can just walk along the beach and go to different hotels and try to get in the lobby. That's what we did just to hide from the cops. And anyway, just in a random turn of events, the next day, randomly, we saw the guy that ripped us off. And my buddy's kind of a bigger dude, chased him down and threatened him.
Oh, wow.
And the guy ended up being very cool after that. Got us a ton of weed. I guess he had the ability to do so. He just turns people in or whatever his thing is.
Oh my gosh, what a turn of events.
Well, so we were smoking with him, blah, blah, blah. That's when
And
I found
he
out.
blew you?
Yeah, we just giant circle, just sucking each other off. But but yeah, so he was the one that taught us how to roll spliffs, those longer joints that are kind of diagonally and they kind of cone out. Now you can just buy rolling papers that are already pre-shaped for them. But he was the one that taught us that. Well, so we got weed and you could buy alcohol. So we were just walking around. We met a group of girls and we were hanging out with them, and they couldn't believe we had weed because they had gone through the same thing. It's very tough to get on the island.
Yeah.
So we all, just hanging out, partying and stuff.
Yeah, they wanted
It
it.
helps. It
Smoking
helps
on the
a lot.
beach?
Smoking on the beach, smoking in pretty much everywhere.
That sounds
Did
like
you
an
bang on
amazing
the
time.
you banged on the beach?
I forgot we're even on a podcast. I was there mentally.
We didn't.
I'm
Yeah,
lost.
we didn't bang on the beach. My friend, so they had sex in the bathroom, right? And I
Okay.
guess they were on the sink.
That's hot.
And it came out of the wall, and the
wow.
pipe broke. We saw
no.
water coming out from the bathroom that they were in. We were just chatting.
Wow.
And they came running out, laughing and stuff. They had
Did somebody
knocked-
say, cut?
Yeah.
This is a 90s comedy movie.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a fun time. But yeah, we were back at the hotel when everybody left. So there, again, it has like a pretty decent nightlife. There's a bunch of bars open. It's what's cool about the Caymans is during the day you can wear a t-shirt and shorts, and at night you have to wear a sweater because it gets cool.
Oh.
So it's fun to go out, go get some
Yeah.
sun, and then go out at night and then put on the nice clothes and whatever. So they were all out, and we were kind of taking our time, and we ended up meeting up with them later. But yeah, it was one of those just random rendezvous.
Wow, look at you.
Denny.
He's
Vacation
global.
sex.
Did it move a little bit, Kev?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why my hands are down here. I'm just openly tugging right now.
But yeah, I always found vacation was a good spot to try to, if you're trying to get some strange.
People are loose. They want to have a story.
They all kind of have the same mind state, especially if they're there with a family or something. A lot of those, they just want to get out and do something with people their age.
Yeah.
So it makes it kind of easier than local.
Oh yeah. What about you, Burr? What was yours?
Oregon.
Did you tap a local?
Yeah, I guess she's a local. Yeah, I mean, I don't think she was born in Oregon, but she lived in Oregon. So yeah, I guess a local.
Nice. Look
okay.
at you.
Yeah, I think I told you guys this.
No, I don't remember.
So many details because I think Prying Patty wanted every out.
Yeah.
69.
Yeah.
Did you?
And you know I did.
Keeping it alive.
Was it at her place or your sister's?
It wasn't. There was no. My sister got so many dogs in her house. They're a cock block. I don't think anybody can get laid in that house because she got so many dogs.
Bad for your sister's husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, it makes it work. Hopefully, they're fucking. What am I saying? It's terrible. What are you doing to me?
You hope your sister's getting in.
Hopefully she's getting it
I
from
guess
her
I
husband.
do, right?
Yeah.
If you're a sister, wouldn't you?
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do hope.
I hope all my sisters are getting railed.
All right, now I'm getting turned on.
There it goes again.
Got it.
How did you meet this girl?
One of those. Remember me telling you about they have a bunch of those cider bar things up in Oregon.
Dick Insider?
Wow.
It just won't stop.
Cayman Island.
Cayman Islands and Dick Insider? Is this a joke?
It's really not.
It's not.
It sounds like the beginning of a joke.
I know.
Man.
But yeah, there's a bunch of cider bars there.
Okay, and so you were hanging by yourself at a cider bar?
No, I was hanging there with my sister and some of her friends.
Oh, okay.
And my sister didn't know this girl, but her friends did. So technically, I mean, I didn't know her.
Friend of
Right.
a friend.
Friend of a friend.
How hot on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's 2023. We're not supposed to.
Whatever.
7.5.
All right.
Okay.
Those are nice vacation numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Do you want to keep going?
Kind of.
Yeah. All right. That's impressive. Okay. We also asked if you ever been blindfolded during lovemaking. 40% of the show said yeah.
Not like 101, guys.
I would never.
Not into the handcuffs or blindfolds.
Vanilla Vanessa over here.
Well, first of all, I've got on mascara. And anybody that wears mascara knows that the blindfold's going to mess with that and get like weird black makeup all over my face.
Boy, I'm so turned on, Kevin. You don't always have to have sex with makeup on. You know that, right?
I do.
That is right there shows you.
I would never have sex with no makeup.
That's insane to me. So when you and Panda wake up in the morning, you don't just like roll over for a little poke in the whiskers?
No.
That is
I get up when you get up. He's still fast asleep.
the weekend.
Oh, Rocco's usually there.
I'm okay, but-
sniffing around.
But you guys aren't morning
Sniff
fuck.
around your whiskers?
No, we are not. We're not morning fuckers.
Wow, it's
There's-
it's not surprising.
Okay.
We have, but
It's not your favorite.
it's not because I don't have any makeup on.
Oh, jeez. Wow. God.
This is so fucked.
Well, don't ask the questions you don't handle the answers to.
No, you're right. I'm being a dick.
Bert, I assume yours has been multiple times with the blindfold?
I thought that was a common one. I thought that was kind of 101.
I think it is
right?
common amongst a lot of people. I personally don't like being blind. Even when we do bits in here blindfolded, I get so nervous. It really messes with my senses.
To me, there's like 101s that I feel like everyone at least had. Have you guys done the candle wax at least?
Yeah, it was a combo, yeah. Mine was the blindfold and the candle wax. I didn't know that was
wow.
going to happen.
Where's that saxophone at?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, tell your story
There
over
she is. And
there.
go real slow. And can you kind of be British?
Loosen up them lips, Kevin.
Right, so once upon a time, right?
It's
I'm with this
whacking the old
girl, she
Polly.
puts a blindfold on me.
I think that's Australian.
Let's go down under.
I'm like, hey, what's up with the blindfold, right? Next thing I know, I got hot wax all over my feet. I'm like, man, that hurts.
Keep going.
Oh, okay, that's about it.
Oh, man.
She put wax on your feet?
Yeah, and then, kind of start working up through the body.
Oh, she used it as a oil to massage you a little bit.
No,
She was just
I didn't know
dripping
what
it
was going to
on.
happen. So she was doing all these different sensation type things. And so she
Gotcha.
put the blindfold on and then.
Did she put wax on your dick?
Because I said, I'm like, hey, can we not put that? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to put it on your dick.
Yeah.
Put it on your
That's
chest.
like a no-no,
We
right?
just like start with the feet, went up to the nips and the chest and all that kind of stuff. And then she had some other things that she was breaking out.
What
of her.
other things?
Yeah.
I think there was feather.
Oh, the tickler?
Yeah. Kinda
Where'd
went,
that go?
With that.
The dick.
That one did.
Straight
yeah.
up as people.
Just tickled the dick.
The
with it.
Aretha Franklin?
Tickled the dick.
Lifted the dick up, tickled under between the
dick
balls.
tickler.
Were you into a light feathering?
I was okay with it, yeah. Yeah, it was kind of fun, yeah.
The wax I'm not into because when it dries, you have to pull that out of all your body hair. It wasn't my favorite.
That's why it wasn't too bad. I'm not sure I really had much chest hair, if any, and the feet wasn't a problem. So
What about, whipped cream? I know it's a lot of calories, but
yeah, I think we'd done all that stuff. Not while blindfolded. That wasn't part of that.
Cardi B makes a whipped cream and it's alcohol infused and it's amazing. I've got it in my fridge right now, not for sex, but for
of course not.
for drinking.
Sex, come on. That's a crazy idea.
I don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
I don't like morning sex, Kev. I ain't got my makeup did.
Mom ain't got her face on.
That's fucking...
Do Panda a favor.
Panda wants it badly in the morning.
He wants
Well,
that-
the only way he's getting it is reverse cowgirl. I don't want him to see my face.
He would
Could you wear a mask?
he's probably gonna be hyped.
He would be so hyped if you woke him up with reverse cowgirl. I'm texting him right now.
Yeah.
Panda,
Why
how
don't you-
pumped would you be?
Why don't you get like that scream mask and leave it by your bed?
Put the bunny head on.
Yeah, the bunny head.
Yeah, the one when you had fake pink eye. Wear that.
Yeah. Problem solved.
The reverse rabbit.
The backwards rabbit.
Yeah. We also had you raise your hand if you've gone skinny dipping with somebody you barely know. 60% on that. Yeah, I'd had that happen. I used to do the fountain jumping too, and so that's kind of skinny dipping, right?
I think that's 101 too when you're
It is.
younger.
Juno
Yeah.
Beach.
Yeah.
We used to go streaking, we go skinny dipping, all of the above, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
So 60% of us had said yes on that.
There was no camera phones back then though. So I mean we just did it and then just moved on.
And it was at nighttime.
It was always
too.
night.
Yeah.
And there's a way you can
Same.
still skinny dip and kind of cover up a little bit and then get in the water. And you're still
Absolutely.
skinny
Right.
dipping.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we also asked, raise your hand if you've ever done something sexual in public within the last year. And Virginia was the only one that raised her hand.
Yeah.
You have a hole to kind of dig out from that first story.
All right, let me make it hot.
Okay, saxophone.
Okay, she's ready to go here. Just tell me when.
A roadhead. That's it.
Oh, it didn't even last though.
Where were you guys driving?
Back,
Costco.
It's not in the beginning of the night. It's after a few cocktails on the way
yeah.
home.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because Mama,
Yeah, I was going
Mama's,
to say, how drunk were you? That's a better question.
Mama's got to be plastered.
It's got to be in the cloak of night.
And did you pass out halfway through?
No, I finished the job.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Oh, come on now. Say what you want about Virginia. She's going to complete the game.
Okay, all right. Wow.
When's the last time? Never mind. You guys don't have to answer this question. But when's the last time you got roadhead?
Gosh, it's been so long. Pregnant wife and kids really definitely changed a lot of the sex game.
You really don't ask your pregnant wife to give you roadhead. It's so hard to navigate getting in the car as it
The
is.
direct quote was, God, it's been so long.
It's been a while. Plus, when you're trying to have a kid, you're not trying to waste the
Right.
effort.
Sure.
You know,
It's
so
valuable seed.
kind of, yeah. The game changes a little bit. So I mean, it's got to be at least 2 years.
Kev, what? Spice Girls were popular? 90s?
It's been a while. I think, yeah, been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, I don't know if that's happened in Florida. I'm trying to think. No, probably not.
Maria F. in the chat room says, Roadhouse is uncomfortable. For who?
Roadhouse?
Or
The movie?
It's a steakhouse.
Roadhead. Geez, you start talking about blowjobs and think about Patrick Swayze. Roadhead's uncomfortable. Did you find it an uncomfortable act?
I mean, it just depends on how limber you are. I can get over there real good.
And the car. Some cars got that giant center console. Some don't.
I can straddle it.
You're sort of attempting trying to be sexy.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm not scared of no center console. I'm also not scared of a manual transmission. I'll get around that thing.
If Panda ever wanted to have, would you ever ride Panda while he's driving?
No, as a safety precaution, I wouldn't do that.
Safety first, Bert.
Wah, wah, wah.
I will say it is tough to drive like that.
Nothing says sexy.
Wow.
What if it was a country road? Nobody's around.
Maybe.
What if it was that video game where you drive and you sit there and then there'd be no
Yeah.
accident? Yeah.
Mario Kart?
No, in the arcade.
arcade, yeah.
What game is that, Denny?
Am I at the arcade? Are there kids there?
No, there's no
No.
kids.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you are not fun to play sex fantasies with.
Yeah, how do you?
Let's say
Well,
it's
you
like
put me in an arcade.
well, let's say it's like the middle of the night, and it is, like sometimes like hotels will have that room, and they'll have a couple games in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Caribe Royale has that.
All
The
right.
place that we're giving away hotel
So,
stays.
Imagine that. It's like 2 a.m. You've had some drinks. They've got one of those driving games, and Pan's like, well, since you won't do it for a safety issue, how about I sit here and we do it now?
Pole position.
Panda's got that sweet CM Punk shirt.
I mean, as long as there aren't cameras in the arcade, which there are.
We can't play this game.
I'm sorry.
Of course, for the sake of the game.
For the sake of the game, there's no
there's
cameras?
Yeah, you're not,
Okay.
your life's not going to get ruined.
I'm gonna ride that dick like a pony.
So, Hannah, can't ride that dick like a pony.
Can we just isolate that clip? I'm going to ride that dick like a pony. That might be my ringtone.
Every time you get a text.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Got a nice positive email here about John Mayer. Cindy said, I thought I would share a video of John Mayer's concert from last night. He was absolutely perfect.
Really?
I think he's back to full form, y'all.
Yeah.
He looks good. He
Yeah,
sounds
he
good.
does.
Oh, John.
She said, my childhood vagina was throbbing for him all night.
Wow.
He sounded great. It was just him and his guitars, engaged with the audience. So witty and charming. A 10 out of 10. I got last minute tickets for $80 and I went alone and it was totally worth it.
He cleaned his act up. He got his focus back. And he got his voice back. And I feel like he is back to prime John Mayer right now.
I
I
love
really
it.
liked his last album, too. I thought it was very good.
Good for him.
Okay, well, he is going to be at Hard Rock Live again tonight. So if you're kind of feeling that, maybe you can go and get last minute tickets just like she did and check it out. All right, well, we got just one more day left, y'all, and that's it.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't forget, too, those KVJ horror movie tickets are almost sold out. There's like 20 seats left.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that is it, baby.
Yeah, we'll maybe put another link up on social media. I think we've only put one link up. So
You're right.
We have. It's
We
at
have-
the top of the KVJshow.com.
Okay.
Okay, very cool. All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow, y'all. Goodbye.